Battleships. Littorio. The Littorio was one of Italy's most modern battleships during World War II. Commissioned in 1940, it featured powerful 381mm main guns, heavy armor, and high speed. Littorio served as the flagship of the Italian fleet in several Mediterranean operations. Vittorio Veneto. The Vittorio Veneto was another powerful battleship of the Littorio-class. Entering service in 1940, it played a major role in Italian naval operations and participated in the Battle of Cape Matapan, one of the largest naval engagements in the Mediterranean. Roma. The Roma was the newest and most advanced Italian battleship of the war. Commissioned in 1942, it had improved radar and heavy firepower. In 1943, Roma was sunk by German guided bombs after Italy announced its armistice with the Allies. Giulio Cesare. Originally built during World War I, the Giulio Cesare was extensively modernized in the 1930s. With improved armor, engines, and weaponry, it continued to serve in the Italian fleet during the early years of World War II. Conte di Cavour. The Conte di Cavour was another modernized World War I battleship. Despite upgrades in the 1930s, it was heavily damaged during the British air attack on Taranto in 1940 and never fully returned to service. Andrea Doria. The Andrea Doria was rebuilt before World War II with stronger armor and more powerful engines. It served throughout the war as part of the Italian battle fleet, protecting convoys and supporting naval operations in the Mediterranean. Caio Duilio. The Caio Duilio underwent extensive modernization before the war. Like other Italian battleships, it participated in fleet operations and convoy escorts across the Mediterranean Sea. Heavy cruisers. Zara-class. The Zara-class heavy cruisers were among the most heavily armored cruisers of their time. Armed with 8 281mm guns, they served as key ships in the Italian cruiser fleet until several were lost during the Battle of Cape Matapan in 1941. Trento-class. The Trento-class cruisers were designed for high speed and long-range operations. Although lightly armored compared to other cruisers, they played an important role in Italian naval operations across the Mediterranean. Bolzano. The Bolzano was a fast, heavy cruiser, often called the Super Trento. It combined high speed with powerful guns and served in several naval engagements before being heavily damaged by Allied torpedoes. Light cruisers. Condottieri-class. The Condottieri-class light cruisers were designed primarily for speed. These ships escorted convoys and supported naval operations throughout the Mediterranean. Capitani Romani-class. The Capitani Romani-class ships were extremely fast light cruisers designed to hunt enemy destroyers. With speeds exceeding 40 knots, they were among the fastest warships of the era. Destroyers. Soldati-class. The Soldati-class destroyers were among the most modern Italian destroyers. Armed with torpedoes and naval guns, they escorted convoys and fought in many naval engagements during the war. Navigatori-class. The Navigatori-class destroyers were built for high-speed and long-range missions. These ships played an important role in escorting supply convoys to North Africa. Maestrale-class. The Maestrale-class destroyers were known for their improved stability and seaworthiness. They served as escorts for convoys and battle fleets across the Mediterranean. Submarines. Marcello-class. The Marcello-class submarines were large, ocean-going submarines used for long patrol missions. They operated in the Atlantic Ocean as well as in the Mediterranean during the war. Marconi-class. The Marconi-class submarines were designed for extended patrols and reconnaissance missions. These submarines were part of Italy's effort to disrupt Allied shipping routes. Brin-class. The Brin-class submarines were medium-sized vessels used primarily in the Mediterranean Sea. They conducted patrols, attacks on merchant shipping, and reconnaissance missions. Adwa-class. The Adwa-class submarines were smaller coastal submarines. Despite their size, they were widely used and conducted numerous patrol missions throughout the Mediterranean. Torpedo boats. Spica-class. The Spica-class torpedo boats were small but fast escort ships. They protected convoys, hunted submarines, and attacked enemy vessels with torpedoes. Ariete-class. The Ariete-class torpedo boats were built later in the war. Designed primarily for convoy escort duties, they helped defend Italian supply routes across the Mediterranean. Special naval weapons. SLC Maiale human torpedo. The SLC Maiale was a secret Italian human-guided torpedo operated by 2 divers. These commandos stealthily infiltrated enemy harbors and attached explosive charges to enemy ships, achieving several daring attacks. MT Explosive Motorboat. The MT Explosive Motorboat was a small, high-speed attack craft packed with explosives. Pilots would guide the boat towards enemy ships and abandon it before impact, turning it into a powerful suicide-style naval weapon.